Imagine this. The average person forgets 50% of what they learn within an hour. And by the end of the day, 70% of what you read could be gone. Shocking, right? But here's the thing. What if you could remember almost everything you read? What if you could boost your memory, retain key ideas, and recall them at will? That's not some far-off dream. It's possible, and it doesn't take a genius to do it. Studies show that we remember only a tiny fraction of what we read unless we use certain tricks. Entrepreneurs, for example, need to soak up vast amounts of information, yet most of us forget key details shortly after reading them. But the good news is, you don't have to keep forgetting. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 proven techniques that can make your memory sharper and your reading much more effective. These methods aren't just theory, they're backed by science and used by top performers around the world. Ready to unlock your brain's full potential? Let's dive in and turn your memory into a superpower. Chapter 1. The memory muscle. How to train your brain like a pro. Just like your body, your brain is a muscle that needs training. If you want to remember more of what you read, you have to work at it. A recent study shows that doing brain exercises regularly can increase your memory capacity by up to 50%. Simple tasks like solving puzzles, learning a new language, or practicing mindfulness can strengthen your brain. Entrepreneurs, especially, need sharp minds to absorb huge amounts of information quickly. The more you challenge your brain, the better your memory becomes. So, next time you're reading, don't just skim through the pages. Actively engage your brain by practicing recall, asking questions, or mentally reviewing what you've read. Chapter 2. Unlocking the power of visualization. Transform words into pictures. Visualization is a game changer. Our brains are wired to remember images better than words alone. In fact, research suggests that humans retain 80% of what they see, compared to only 20% of what they read. So why not combine the two? For every new concept you read, try to create a vivid mental image. Imagine a business meeting as a movie scene or a concept as a blueprint you can hold in your mind. This technique helps you remember important ideas more easily, just like entrepreneurs who visualize their goals and steps to success. Chapter 3. The Memory Palace Method. Create a mental HQ for your knowledge. One of the oldest and most effective memory techniques is called the Memory Palace, or method of loci. It's simple. Take a familiar place, like your house, and imagine storing pieces of information in different rooms. As you mentally walk through your house, you'll see the information stored in these spots, making it easier to recall. A study in 2019 found that using the Memory Palace method can improve recall by as much as 60%. This technique is perfect for entrepreneurs who need to store a lot of knowledge quickly. You could store all your business strategies in the kitchen, financial goals in the living room, and team ideas in the office of your memory palace. This organization boosts memory and helps you retrieve information in a flash. If you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on more strategies to level up your memory and productivity. Chapter 4. The Feynman Technique. Explaining to remember and master. Want to master something? Teach it. The Feynman Technique, named after physicist Richard Feynman, involves explaining what you've just learned in simple terms. When you explain complex concepts to others, you deepen your understanding and boost retention. In fact, studies have shown that teaching others can improve learning by as much as 90%. This technique is especially helpful for entrepreneurs who need to pitch ideas or explain complicated strategies to others. So next time you read something important, try explaining it aloud as if you were teaching a class. It will make the knowledge stick. Chapter 5. The Spaced Repetition Formula. The secret to retaining information long-term. When it comes to memory, repetition is key. But here's the trick. Spaced repetition. This technique involves revisiting information at increasing intervals. A study by the University of Leipzig found that using spaced repetition can increase memory retention by up to 400%. For entrepreneurs, this is a goldmine. If you're constantly reading books or articles, make sure to revisit key takeaways regularly. You could use apps like Anki or even set reminders on your phone to help you recall the most important information. This keeps the knowledge fresh and ready when you need it most. Chapter 6. The Power of Active Reading. How to engage, not just read. Active reading is the difference between remembering something and forgetting it, Instead of passively reading, actively engage with the material. Highlight key points, write summaries, or jot down questions. This method forces your brain to process the information, rather than just passively absorbing it. Research shows that active reading can improve memory retention by 50%. And it's not just about taking notes. Entrepreneurs who actively engage with reading materials can better apply what they've learned to real-world situations. So, when you're reading, don't just absorb, think, question, and interact with the content. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with more strategies to boost your memory and productivity. These 6 strategies are powerful tools that can change the way you read and remember. By treating your memory like a muscle, visualizing what you learn, and applying techniques like the memory palace and Feynman method, you'll retain more than ever before. With the help of spaced repetition and active reading, your memory will work for you, not against you. Next time you pick up a book, don't just read. Unlock your memory and start remembering everything you read.